Well, I'm back. It's been like forever since I streamed this game. Let me check to see actually how long it's been. 4 months it's been. It's been 4 months since I streamed this game. So that's pretty crazy.
Hello, train man.
Hello. Yeah, you know, it's been quite a while since I streamed, because I just was like, streaming isn't working, because you know, it's like it just hasn't been working. But recap. Hello. I was just about to give the recap of what happened in the last streams, in case anybody didn't watch them. So basically, the last stream, I think the last thing that happened is Sayori said she had depression, and then I think we confessed our love, I think. Yeah. If anybody joins and they're like, wow, what is this? This is so weird. This is a psychological horror game, okay? So I'm not weird, I promise. But enough with that. How about we return? Which would have been the last one? This one? This one, right? Oh yeah, we're back to it. One. Two.
Face fuchsia tongue out. 3, 4, 5.
Are you just counting?
6.
Okay.
7.
It's the day of the festival.
Bro is counting. 8.
Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone.
10.
I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much.
10.
Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be... Oh, yeah. In case you don't know, there's this whole festival that that's been
11.
being built up to. So that's really been what's happening. Okay, so the banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I generally roll it up to take it with me. How's my audio? Does my audio sound okay? Can I get a yes in chat or a no in chat? What the heck? Actually, what the heck, bro?
Yes.
Alright. Sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything. I reassured her. Funny enough, why is there no music? I feel like there should be music, right? Funny enough, I probably feel the same way as about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. Knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Please.
I don't know what comes next.
Gyat. Gyat. Gyat alert. Gyat alert. Gyat alert. Hold on. I'm gonna look at my settings. Is my, like... Okay, I guess there's just no...
Q.
I guess there's just no music. Usually there's music. Oscar, you're the first one here. Thanks for being
Edgy
early.
streak officially lost disappointed face.
That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Putting little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. Just be one she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. Oh yeah, we were gonna do like poems. I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it, so that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. Why is there no music, bro? Are my headphones broken? Like, I don't think that. I mean, it says the sound of music are like there, and I'm hearing the sound. Okay. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. Suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I don't said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Ahaha. You should take a little responsibility for her, Oscar. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. Exchange? Yeah, how does she know about that?
I bet she killed herself.
Bruh, that's not funny. You shouldn't. Dude, the freaking no music is really messing with me, bro. It's like, where is the freaking music?
She watched the VOD.
She watched the VOD. You know about? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. Probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really... Okay.
Is the volume up?
Is the volume? Yes, it is. Yeah, see, so there's the music volume and there's the sound volume. Just for some reason there's no music. I guess I'm hoping it's just like there's an in-game, there's like there's a lore reason for it, you know? I grabbed one of the pamphlets and oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Huh? What? What? Get out of my head. 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 How many of these? Get out of my head. Get out of my head. I do what I know. What? Wait, I get it. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Okay. Ah! What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Oscar, what's wrong? Ah, nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? Quickly leave the Blech. I quickly leave the... Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me, quick in my pace.
Sayori Def killed herself, lol.
Not in this game. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal, at least wait for her. Help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. Are you Sayori's house and knock on the door? I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. So I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. No response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Can I show this? Can I show this on YouTube? Ah! What the hell? True. What the hell? Question mark, question. Oh, somebody just joined the live stream too. Oh my god. Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sorry, I wouldn't do this. Everything is normal to feel. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge of just yesterday. I thought I would be there for her. So I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would you do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her, I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. No, it is. It is. It is for others to care about her.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
I'm gonna feel that in the morning. Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her. I walked her to school, remained friends with her, like it always has been. Then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. So I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing. Oh my god, dude. I'm reading these way too fast. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed for me, and now I can never take it back. Never. Never, 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 never. End? What do you mean, end? My game restarted. What?
You did it.
I beat the game, guys. Thanks for watching this stream. Actually, what is happening though? What is that? What is I'm not even gonna try to read that. Oh, I got a trophy. What?
Bye.
What? As said, I see from me just waving her arms in the air like she's totally illuminated. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently.
Over the characters in the game.
That is probably true, yeah. And dude, I yell, what is that? What? I've walked up. I always tell myself about it. Time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. Perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. What is going on? I guess this is where the psychological horror aspect kicks in. Jeez. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it.
This is literally URL.
Dude, shut up. Shut up. This is not literally me. This is not literally me IRL, bro. This is not... Dude. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Oscar? Monica? Hey! Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while. Dude, I'm not even gonna say yacht. I'm not even gonna say yacht alert now. Well, I just did. But you know what I mean. Like, too much is going on for me to focus on Gyat, okay? Existential crisis first, Gyat later, as I always say. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiled sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club.
Man's
Really?
story was just hanging around, huh?
Not funny. Not a funny joke. It's not cool to joke. It's not cool to joke about that stuff. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Hanging out for real. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Why did it glitch? Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find a new member for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that, but it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps our manga collection in the club room. I like manga. I own manga. I own One Piece, the only goated manga there is. Yeah, it's funny, right? We insist that manga is literature. It is! Peak literature. Besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Oh, woman alert. Hey, Oscar, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could... Okay, well then, dude.
I'm starting to think this game is a little different from how it's advertised as.
No way. No way. Well, I mean, I guess a little bit, because you know it was advertised as a psychological horror, but it's like it's not shown. It doesn't like show that part in the advertising. So I won't ask you to join, but could at very least visit my club. It would make me really happy. Please. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure. I guess I could check it out. Oh, awesome. You're really sweet, Oscar. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Thanks. Today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica in an irresistible smile. Okay. That's different. That's different from the first time. I dejectedly follow Monica across school and upstairs section of the school I rarely visit. Full of it. Swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought in a guest with me. Oh, girl one.
Chainsaw Man.
This is not like Chainsaw Man. No, it's not. No, she's not like that. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Are you gonna glitch again and scare me? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Oscar. ... All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What? So let me guess. You're... Nope. I wish. What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, girl with sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyways, this is Natsuki, interject as usual. This is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran to Oscar in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Correct. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Oscar? Goes over a few desk arrangements to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It's going to be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? True, that's what I thought. I was like, bro, you just have tea? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. You're just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Oscar, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little you've read in the past years, I don't really I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Your choices remember she kept with a finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Hi, what's up? The level of creativity and craftsmanship is behind them is amazing to me. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. I'm clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid. Hi. Since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Speaking of stories with deep psychological elements, this game.
Can't count past 12.
It's amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop. I feel like this is targeted at me. Like, is this supposed to be targeted towards the player? Or, like, supposed to be alluding? You know what I mean? I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. That's right. Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I expect that from Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. So real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. I keep yawning!
Yuri is drooling face, but her personality is sleeping.
Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sure. What the heck? Last time it was coughing and now it's yawning, bro. I always have something plaguing my body that interrupts me. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerability and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Dude, this is literally what happened when I started the game. I bet if you go back and watch my first stream, that like these same things will be happening. I might actually go back and watch my first stream and compare it to this, see if there's any differences. Other than the obvious lack of a person. Maybe if you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ... I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? ... question mark? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Ah, I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start.
Like index pointing up nerd face.
True, true. She do be index pointing up nerd face. Probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. Oh shoot, yeah, because Sayori was the vice president before. But you know, she you know, so I get, yeah, Yuri's the vice president now. I guess that makes sense. Definitely wouldn't be freaking shrimp head looking ass. I decided to take on the responsibility of vice president. Oh, I already read that. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Oscar? Oh, I didn't join yet. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Oscar. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. Oh. How about you tell me the truth about... How about you tell me that truth, huh? We need 4, and I've been trying really hard to find new members. Oh, I feel like Sayori dying was definitely your fault, considering how you replaced her in the scenes and the menu. So I think it's your fault. So why didn't you just not kill her, huh? What's your motive? What's your end goal here, woman? If don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself is just pretty relaxed. Hold on. For writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Oscar? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Oscar, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I know. I'm just the best. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note.
Smash out of them.
Biggest smash? You already know. Gotta be Monica. You already know. Well, actually, now I'm kind of having second thoughts about her. You know, I know that was a big thing I talked about in my earlier streams about how, you know, she's hot. Or maybe I didn't say that. Or maybe I just exposed myself. But I'm gonna be honest, I think kind of less cool, you know, because she seems to be doing something to my video game. Everyone, write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Oscar, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Ehehehe. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. Guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Alright. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, I've unlocked a special poem? What do you mean I've unlocked a special poem? Oh. That's... That was such a special poem. That was so cool. That was such a special poem. Suicide. Sensation. Infinite. Disown. Grief. Poem moment, yes. I'm trying to go with a certain character, as you can tell. Essence. It's really easy when it's just these two, because they have very obvious things. No, I'll choose anime too. Bouncy as well. I'll make this very what is swimsuit? I'll make this very so both of them can enjoy it, Wrath, unrequited. Lucky. All right. Yep. You gotta please the court.
Natsuki Brashi fine.
No, she's not. She's the shrimp. She's a tiny midget girl, and her hair is pink, and it reminds me of a donut, I guess. Gosh darn, bro. I keep yawning. Hi again, Oscar. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. Nah, I'd win. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. What was that? Thanks for giving me your promise, Oscar. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a comment for you. Commitment or commitment? Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Why is it doing that? Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Oh, I had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously...
Things are going awry here.
Am I tripping, or is like the room sideways? Is the room sideways, or am I tripping?
I figured out what comes after 12.
If you don't take it seriously, you don't see it. You're blocking the text. I can't see the... Monica!
Side.
You're in the way. Something... Find yourself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Post back into her seat. I'm sorry, Oscar. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Well, wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you really don't want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. Oh, no, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. It pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. Is it One Piece? Because you know I enjoy One Piece. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Wait, yeah. No, the room I think... Is the room even more sideways? Dude, I swear, I feel like I am going insane with this game. Dude, I swear, dude, wait, she's like getting closer to the screen.
Yeah, okay, the room is more tilted.
She's like and she's closer too. Like her head, the top of the head is cut off. Looking right at your face, I look forward to hearing what you think. Yeah, and now it's back to normal. This game. I'm going insane. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. So he goes rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk Gary a little bit more, but at the same time I feel bad for distracting her from reading. From the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me.
Character desk.
True. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. I swear, if the room starts tilting more and more as I talk to her again, I swear to goodness gracious, bro. Glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. ... But that makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just facing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at a bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just had... Did they? I didn't see that when. Hold on, I'm gonna watch her eyes more now. I'm gonna buy 2 of them. I see. Something very... Something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Let me start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. I'm watching those eyes. I pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. No, it is not. No, it is not. It is not that. And the people trapped here have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Oscar? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
My uncle with hearing loss after he heard me say I want Minecraft for Christmas.
Lamau. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. That's I hope I don't, I hope I don't get my limbs cut off and selectively breeded in this game. That would be kind of weird. When horrible things happen, not just because someone... When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... What? I am rambling, aren't I?
Fixed to a selective breeding machine in the bad ending.
No! Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole but what the frick? Kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it right. Oh. Yes? I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? ... Let me... I swear, I'm seeing her, I'm seeing her face move. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Somebody's next to it. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. So sorry. I was just... What? What did that say? I do. This really is a Gadzooks moment. It really is. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the pages. Here.
I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat is what it said.
That's sus. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. Whoa. Here, takes left holds the left side of the book between your thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. She's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Its face again and eyes me. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Then never mind. Does Yuri cut off people's arms and then selectively breed them? Is that what's going on here? Is that what's going on? If so, that's hot. That's so hot. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Are you feeling alright? It's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri put her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright. Don't push yourself. Stands up and practically rushes on. What on earth was that about? Oscar? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. True. That was a weird exchange. No, that was quite peculiar and odd. Ugh. Yuri is acting a little strange, I guess, so you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. Just making sure you didn't do anything to her. I didn't. What? No, nothing. Don't worry. I believe you silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left in the book and slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Who should I? Natsuki? No, she's fine. I share mine with her first. ... question mark? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. It's not like you do anything to me, bro. You small tiny girl. A slap from you would feel like a fly landing on my face. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Alright, so I think this is, yeah. Anyway, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. The other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. True. Monica. Monica's the only person left. Hi, Oscar. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, do you ever have any suggestions for the club? Like new activities or things we can do better? I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. For real. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Want to share your poem? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ah ha ha ha. Don't worry, Oscar. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Oscar. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Hello.
Back with C-Doba.
With C-Doba? Why did it say C-Doba? Why did it say that? Why did it say C-Doba? That's not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time. So I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright, thanks Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. Hole in wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of
this stream starting?
In like a couple minutes, don't worry. The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it.
2, 3, 4.
No, not again, bro.
6, 7, 8.
Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is a lot of poems I have been putting. That is a lot of poems I've been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks, Monica. Alright, Yuri. Are you gonna glitch out after I show you this? I notice her eyes. Exceptional. Yeah, what was that?
God of War when? ...
question mark. God of War when? Maybe next time I stream, which I don't know when that will be, but I guess next time I stream, yeah. Next time I stream, I'll do God of War. Did I say that out loud? Ugh. Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Exclamation point. Ugh. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong. True. You're freaking out. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Oh, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. ... Well, I know that. I just mean, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing.
Subscribers when. This is the part where you show analytics and tell people to subscribe.
Oh, really? Oh, hold on. Let me pull up my analytics first. Alright, so for your information, currently at 48 subscribers. I'm trying to hit 50 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you haven't subscribed yet, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, and you hit the bell icon. And then I gotta do my analytics, I guess. So, I guess, hold on guys, I gotta do my analytics. According to YouTube, 53.3% of my viewers are subscribed. Alright, enough with the analytics. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new Reddit is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter. Oh my god. Talking about, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. She had to lock in to talk about poems or something. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills. So many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. That's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? More like a horror club. More like a horror club. Am I right? Am I right, guys? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Battling. I think I had this... I had the same problem. Oh, bathing. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing. What? Calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. ... I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance it over after... Oh, what the fuck? But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort and unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. Hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too, so nah, I'd poem. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Oscar. Me too. Phew, I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated, as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Okay, the music is a bit off, I think. Am I tripping, or was the music off for a little bit? This is literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. It's true, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems.
The music went off key for a sec there.
Yeah. As they read in tandem, I watch. Yeah, it totally did. Yeah, like it was a little bit off. Yeah. Furrow and frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Oscar did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Oscar liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? Hold on, guys. I got an email. What the frick? Okay, I got an email from a college, but it started with the weirdest thing ever. It started with, see what a muskrat nerd does with her day. What the? How are you gonna go around advertising your college like that? Anyway. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Oscar appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? Exclamation point. No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh, shoot. Dude, beef, for real. They beefing for real, for real. Ooh! Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs actually grew a size bigger as soon as Oscar started showing up. Natsuki. I'm Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. What the frick? What is going on? What? Edgy? What? Too much for some of your mental age. See? Saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think I can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Well, be careful, you might cut yourself with that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? What is going on? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on, let's hear everything you really think. He'll be head over heels for you after that. He just noticed I was standing. Oscar! She was trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How do I get it? What? Huh? Yuri. Yuri? This is terrifying. This is so scary. This is, hello. How are you? What just happened? What actually just happened? Do you have anything to say? Did my game freeze? Oh, hey, Oscar. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? What do you mean, step outside?
This is weird, huh?
Okay. What do you mean, okay. Huh? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Ahaha. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. Just wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes. I never have it in me to just put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. You crying? Quickly runs away. Aww. Like they're done. What did you do? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. She was rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Huh? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to. I'm live streaming.
What?
I'm live streaming, Mom. Alexa, off. All right. So, yeah. So I might be ending the stream sometime soon. Scared. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. ... Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. ... Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. ... Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Oscar. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. What the You know what? And that's a good stopping point, I think. I think that's a good stopping point, guys. Hope everybody enjoyed the stream. I gotta go eat, food. So, yeah. Everybody like and subscribe. Trying to get the 50 subscribers. You already know. So, see you later. See you on the next stream.